Hello guys, in this video I will showcase a late game build in Windrose that is strong enough to destroy everything you will encounter through the entire third stage of the game. Some viewers complain that it is not possible to copy a build in Windrose since loot is RNG, so I created a video showing you how to import my world into your game and loot any item you want from there. Now, this build is mainly focused on critical strikes, but there are many other things that I would like to show you. First, our main weapon will be the Razor, a one-handed weapon that scales with agility. It gives us bonus critical strike chance, making it perfect for our build. On the other hand, we are carrying the Drake's double-barrel pistol, which applies the vulnerability mark on our targets. This one scales with precision, so the damage won't be anything crazy, but it will still be good. We want to shoot our enemies first to apply the vulnerability, and then we will deal 15% more damage to them. The third weapon we are going to use is the reliable blunderbuss, which also scales with agility. We are going to reach a huge amount of agility with our attributes and foot buffs, and as you may already know, hitting enemies in the head always applies a critical strike, which means we will be able to deal huge amounts of damage with this weapon. Now, for our attributes, I want to reach 20 points on mastery. Right now I'm using a purple necklace that gives me 15 points of mastery, so I only add 5, but you can add 10 if you have a lower tier necklace. The rest of our points will all go into agility. 20 points hits the soft cap, but we don't care about it, we need as much damage as possible. As for our talents, we will go for surgical cuts for an extra 9% critical strike chance, and then quick strike to boost our overall damage. Finally, deadly finale will also boost our damage with each consecutive hit. If you're having extra points, you can put them on deep cuts for additional slash damage. For our armor and accessories, we are going to use the Privateer's set for extra critical strike chance and critical damage. The Jaguar ring will also give us a bit more critical strike chance, depending on its rarity. And finally, the one I showed you before, the Necklace of Mastery, that will give you a few points on mastery. Without any foot buffs, I'm having 320 total HP and 150 stamina, which are both very low. To balance this out, I'm going to use Coffee, which will give me 20 points on endurance, helping me reach 240 stamina. I will also use the Gazpacho, a late game foot buff that will give me another 20 points in agility. With both buffs active, I reach 640 HP, which is still pretty low, but if you level up your gear, you will take much less damage from the enemies. If you want, you can swap Gazpacho with Seafood Platter to gain 20 vitality and be more tanky. Finally, I'm using the Elixir of Concentration for a huge critical damage boost buff of 30%. If you are lucky enough, or if you copy my items from the video I showcased at the beginning, you can also use the Boar Whistle to have a pet boar following you around and tank enemies. I play the game on normal difficulty, but I'm pretty sure this is about as strong as you can get right now, or at least with these weapons. The damage of the blunderbuss is extremely fun since it one-shots almost everything, and the Razor crits surprisingly often, dealing great damage as well. The sword is also a great weapon of choice, not only because it is fast, but because it allows you to perform perfect blocks, which is a very strong mechanic in Windrose. And that's pretty much it for this late game build in Windrose. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a sub if you wanna see more guides like this one, not only for Windrose but for other games as well. Thank you all for watching and see you on the next one.